Hey guys, so I'm going to do a video on my Kirby Lambert Albatross, but I just thought I'd open it up with a pretty cool shot here of, the Lambert's kind of a small, compact carry, but still has a little bit of mass to it. And the pistol you see is a Wilson Combat CQB Elite with a bull barrel. Same thing, a little compact, but obviously it has some mass to it. Now that pistol's been safety checked, so everything's safe on the table here. But I just thought this was a pretty cool picture. You have an all blacked out, no markings on the CQB, and just a blacked out Wilson Combat logo on the handle there. All right, so here's the knife I want to talk about. This is a Kirby Lambert Albatross. I was lucky enough to be able to purchase this knife. Kind of ironically, I was, one of the reasons why I like Lamberts, and I've been carrying around Medford Praetorian ties because I like big knives. So when the opportunity came up to buy this knife, I've been carrying it around for the last 4 days, and it's kind of hard to do a review because it feels like literally it's nothing in my pocket at all. It's so small and compact, but I'll do my best here. I actually carried around this particular knife, the Snap, for many years, and it's similar in size, but it's actually a little bit smaller, and ergonomically it's a lot better. So I will show you here another knife I've carried around because I like the big knives. That's a Kirby Lambert Augustus, and my guess is that Kirby really likes the design of the Augustus, and so do I, because you can see it almost looks like a little brother to the Augustus, and it looks like it has similar ergonomics, and you can kind of tell in the hand that it feels very similar. So if you've handled an Augustus and you like the feel of it, you're gonna really like the Albatross because it doesn't have any of the sins of a small knife. It fits perfectly in your hand, and we'll go into that, but it is a really neat knife. I think it's pretty new. This is the first YouTube video that I've seen. I didn't see any videos on it. I didn't even see any other social media on it, so I'm happy to contribute into the knife community and kind of do my best to review a knife that's really not too out there quite yet, but I'm sure he'll make quite a few of these, and I think this is going to be a very popular model for him because it really is a really neat knife. But if you're not familiar with the Snap and the Augustus and you want to get a good size comparison, this is a large Sebenza, and this is a small Sebenza. So you can see that the Albatross fits kind of perfectly between the small. It's about the same as the small in length Sebenza I'm talking about, but it's kind of got the width of the large Sebenza, which mirrors the Augustus. Okay. So there we go. There's the size comparison. I'll get these off the table. So I've been carrying around this the Snap for a long time, and for forever it was my favorite knife. And I think Kirby's done a great job kind of improving a little bit on the ergonomics. One of the things that I'm I'm surprised by is a small knife like this, about 3 inches, and I've got a pretty big hand, and my pinky still goes right over the edge. It almost fits me like a glove. It's got the jimping up here, and it has a similar multi-ground blade to the Augustus blade. Like that. This particular knife has the dragon scale, as he called it, on the finish on the blade. It has a zirconium bolster with this is copper here on the pivot, and this is Carboquartz. So overall, it's kind of like a blacked out knife because the majority of it's black. I know in this light, and that's one of the things with all the materials he's using. I was surprised. I actually brought it down to the beach, and when the light hit it, it was like reds coming off of it. It was pretty crazy. Now we're indoors right now, so this is just standard house lighting, but you can see the Carboquartz just kind of sparkles, and of course the dragon scale sparkle as well. So it's a really neat knife. Not necessarily blingy, flashy like Mokutai, but has a lot of nuance in it. Kind of, if you're into that sort of thing. But just at first glance, it's just a straight blacked out knife. It's got a 3D sculpted zirconium clip that when it fits in your pocket doesn't give off any reflection. If you're wearing black shorts, like I wear black shorts all the time, it's almost pure stealth right there, so you can hardly see the knife at all. So this is actually going to be something that I'm going to carry quite a bit. just to give you one of the things that Kirby does is he normally puts his logo on the blade. The dark ones, the black ones, he actually signs them right around here. So I'm lucky enough to have a few of those, and I think that this knife looks fantastic. And again, it's just kind of like the Wilson Combat, where it doesn't have any logos. So kind of from an ergonomic point of view, if you're if you've handled an Augustus and you think this, I think it's 3.5, maybe a little bit bigger than that. If you think that knife is a little too big for you, but you like the ergonomics, I really encourage you to get your hands on an Albatross. I think it would be the perfect size for you. Forever the Snap was kind of my go-to knife. I carried around all the time, but then I started getting kind of into the Medfords, and I liked bigger knives, so it kind of didn't make my rotation all that often. So in materials, Kirby works with all sorts of materials. I mean, his fit and finish is just outstanding. I would quite frankly challenge anyone to name a knife maker that has better fit and finish than Kirby Lambert. I know there's some out there, but he's got to be definitely in the elite class. Out of all the knives I own, and I have quite a few of them, I have never had an issue with his knives, and I use them. They're not. I do not buy Kirby Lambert knives to stick in a collection. I don't think, the original knife I bought way back in the day was like $500, and I thought that was a lot of money, but I never bought them that they would be hard to get. In fact, it's kind of a turnoff to me when a knife is people are collecting them. They're kind of hard to get, and don't get me wrong, I love them and I love the look of them, but I do like it when they're more available. I don't know how the Dragon Scale is going to hold up over time, but it looks like it's going to be fine. Hopefully there'll be no issues with scratching or anything like that. But I think it'll be fine. It doesn't. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. I probably should have asked how durable that finish is. But one of the neat things about this particular knife is Kirby works with all sorts of materials, and this is Carboquartz is really, really neat. I'm actually lucky enough to have another knife made out of Carboquartz, and I want to highlight that here. Now this was a blade show knife made by Jason Overall, and it's called a Tribeca, and it's kind of the opposite. You have the all blacked out, and now you have the all super light knife right there. But the reason why I brought this knife out, it's not to knock on Jason at all, because Jason's an awesome knife maker, but I just want to show, and you can take a look at the detail. So you look at the Carboquartz, and it looks fairly nice, but you can tell Kirby is just a master. I mean, look what he's done with this Carboquartz. Absolutely amazing. And of course, just like you'd expect, you run your finger over here, there is no, you can't feel a seam at all. I'm not sure how long these knives take to fit, but he's probably pretty good at it. But man, they are absolutely perfect. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video, and hopefully if you're looking for an Albatross, I hope they're going to be more available than they are right now. I'm sure as he makes more of them and they make them out into the world, people will start doing some more heavy use reviews. I don't get to use my knife as much as I'd like to, but like I said, the Kirby Lambert stuff is I have 100% confidence that it's going to hold up over time. So if you have any questions, let me know. Appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.